Hello again, my skeleton peoples. The Crypt Gang has returned with the next session of our Chivalry campaign. If you've watched our previous session, you know what's about to happen. If not, it'll be linked in the description. You may skip the next bit to get into the action with a timestamp in the description, or give it a listen at your discretion. Either way, I hope you enjoy the show, and if you feel so inclined, give it a like and tell us how we did. This campaign is a tribute in memory to our dearly departed friend, Jason David Frank. Most well known for his acting as the Green and White Power Rangers through multiple different series, he created his own form of martial arts and even got inducted into the Karate Hall of Fame for it. It is in the spirit of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that this campaign is a tribute to. This campaign is hosted through StartPlaying.Games and played using the Roll20 virtual tabletop system. Every person participating in the campaign requested to play from the website and have lives of their own outside it. The intent is to play every Saturday evening, but sometimes life gets in the way, so expect players to come and go as needed. They are aware and have consented to these sessions being recorded for entertainment purposes. This is a medieval fantasy take on Power Rangers, changing them from bodysuit martial artists into kitted out medieval knights in shining armor. From cool robots to cool mythological creatures, and from goofy science powers to fantastical magical ones granted by their bonded mythical creatures. They are Grand Knights, appointed representatives from each of the 7 nations of this setting, who are sent out into the world to smite evil, save the innocent, and maybe get up to some tomfoolery or, dare I say it, shenanigans. Again, I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you have a blessed remainder of your day.
Crypt.
You're welcome.
I feel like my character looks quite good.
Oh, I didn't even
Did
change
Fraxton
my
say that he was
appearance.
gonna join us?
Sorry, what?
Did Fraxton say that he was gonna join us today?
No, he said that he's still feeling sick and he needs to get more rest. So it's just gonna be you 4.
Aw,
Okay,
Congrats.
sucks.
Yeah.
I like Fraxton.
So once Borb joins us on Roll20, we can
Yeah, Borb,
start.
join them on Roll20.
I'm trying. My game froze
I
up.
was here today.
Forced.
I have so many active things going on my computer that it is freezing up.
I'm just
I'm
gonna leave Baldur's Gate open in the background while we play.
Please don't get too distracted. I'd rather not play second fiddle to a video game.
I won't. I don't. Crypt. I'll be fair with you, and I'll be
Okay.
honest with you. You realize half of the time that I am playing Overwatch in the background, correct?
Sometimes.
And most of the time,
That's
not even most of the time, all of the time, I make sure my character knows what he's doing and does his turn properly. Granted,
Wait,
it's why I played
you
Warlock, so I can primarily cast Eldritch Blast.
Didn't you just say that you are mostly blank head? Like 20 minutes
No,
ago, you're like you never know what's going on. So you cast Eldritch Blast.
No thoughts, head empty.
It's worked out for me, hasn't it?
I'm just
We're
pointing out
saving
the
and moving on,
contradiction.
right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
saving.
Okay, you've already saved the game?
I'm doing a quick save now. Alright, we're good.
Alright, I'm quitting out. So we can do this next
I'm
time something pops up and we have
Okay.
nothing better to do.
Or we could do it after the session if you have time.
That's going to be like midnight for me and I work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll go next week.
So for Borb's benefit, last week after you left, after we like went in and talked about like new weapons and stuff, everybody got dressed up in their fanciest of dress clothes and teleported to your homeland of Ioswin. Uh-huh.
Yep. We are where you
cool.
We are currently in the Eye of the Gods, the ziggurat that they use for both religious ceremonies and, in this case, hosting foreign dignitaries.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've probably been here before, haven't I?
Yes. This is where you worked as the former spy master.
Yeah.
This is the capital city of I done forgotted.
We also had a discussion about who would take the diplomatic role and do the vast majority of the talking. It happens to be me.
Huh.
Okay.
That's because you weren't there. I was like, who's our charisma character? The bard. The bard's gone.
Oh God. I mean,
So,
if
you
you
two
want to
are
take
the
it over, I
talkers.
am okay with that.
The city's
I'm
name
more aren't I?
is Jarsu. You're thankfully you're not on Finn duty today.
Yeah, we're free from Finn.
Look, we typically keep people. At least every session, somebody has to be on duty.
It didn't even freaking work. I was like, dude.
It's like, what are you
You
doing?
talk to us before you say something.
I'm just gonna blurt things. It's like, this is why we can't have nice things.
Literally.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, Barb. You are breaking up, and it is difficult to understand you.
Please, them. Good.
I'll
We're
do
good
some
now? Is that better?
talking.
I still cannot get Barb.
I have understood Barb very less.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this better?
Yes,
Yes.
for now.
Alright, guys. I'll keep an eye on that. I texted him after the session, actually, about that.
But for
It's stressing
Finn?
me out, so I was like, dude. Yeah, I texted Finn after the session last week, because he was, like, stressing me out. I'm autistic, and he was stressing me out. And afterwards, I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Like,
I didn't think that. I was more polite.
okay.
But who's
I was more
big,
polite.
tall, and shiny?
He is so like when you arrived in Ioswin, you arrived in the Knight headquarters, which is a little stone building. You met with a member of the library, a Owlin, who told you about what's going on. Essentially, one of the nations outside of the pact uh, broke through the blockade that essentially surrounds this continent and decided to land on at the Ioswinian major port and ask for like diplomatic talks to figure out if they're going to help you or not. Like you being this country. Um, this is a representative of the Arcadian Empire, a species of people that are anywhere between 8 and 10 feet tall. They are giant, beefy people. There are two currently located outside of the door of this room, where when you got up um, to the entrance of the ziggurat, you were led into the side room. You were told not to talk to the two people on the outside unless you have already spoken to the big leader man. The two outside are they're like garbed in like gold robes. They've got like a hood up and a porcelain mask. They both have ornamental chains that are also made out of gold that cross from opposing hips or from like one shoulder to the opposing hip, but like different on each one. The guy on the I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask, is their city just gold, like gold heavy?
You can ask.
I will ask that to the guy.
The big guy, he is clad from head to toe in ornate rune carved armor. He's sitting on a metal chair when all of the ones you're sitting in are those that were crafted from trees. The literal table you're sitting at is a tree trunk of like a massive, 20-foot tree essentially. Um, you've been in discussions with him. He has said that he's been sent here by their god emperor to judge whether or not you are worthy of being helped. So you have to do 3 trials, which is the trial of mercy, the trial of patience, and the trial of justice. He doesn't know what those trials are. His boss man will tell him when you've completed one.
Okay.
Okay.
I was looking at the map because I was like, I don't think my family lives in Jarsu. They're in Erla too.
Now you're just making up words.
No.
So defensive.
Just like-
No.
Erla 2 is to the left of the crest, and that's where I had my family.
Is it different families for different towns? Or
No, it's
Or is it
more
like-
so just like each town is one giant family, and then if you go into another town, you'll just call them like, oh, hi, cousin. Kind of like the Hawaiian way.
Oh, I didn't know Hawaii did that.
I mean, some
I
people
actually
do.
didn't.
I'm not gonna say the entire state of Hawaii does that, because I have
Are
no
we-
idea.
Are we recording?
We have been.
Oh, hi YouTube.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
If you're a kid,
Hey,
get
yeah,
out. You
YouTube.
don't belong here.
Oh, okay,
You
sorry.
wandered to the wrong side of YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't for you. That was for the children.
Yeah,
I-
Finn is children.
By elven standards, he is a
I
BB.
thought that was you, Borla. Oh, I thought he was
I
like
thought we
There you go.
established that he had to be like 200. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still like
Yeah.
it's just passing
Young
adulthood.
adult.
You're still
Ah,
He's still
restricted
a
to
fresh
the
adult. He just got
It
here.
is
to the YA
200 on
section.
the dot.
Bro just graduated high school.
He can only read the YA section of the library.
Anyways, I'm gonna be communicating because of text. Yeah.
YA.
Word.
What's YA
YA
mean?
is young adult.
It's like Twilight.
Oh, I don't know why
Or-
I was thinking YN.
Youth
And
novels.
it's your name in fan fiction.
Moving on. You've been told that if you ask him a question, he has free reign to ask you a question. So, like, if you don't want him to ask really prying questions, then don't ask him any prying questions. He's been more than happy to give you pretty much any like cultural knowledge about his people. Um, he's only asked a little bit about yours.
Can I ask him about his neighboring countries? They're also willing to help? Turn the tide of battle?
No, they are not. You are a stained country, or group of countries at least, continent, with chaos baying for your blood, the Fae here in force, and rampant undead. No one's gonna come here, except for Arcadia now.
Oh. If I were to leave the country, leave this group of countries,
We're
If it,
not allowed to do that.
Oh, we're not allowed?
Nope.
Oh no.
It's a blockade
Oh
surrounding it.
no.
With some of the
Oh.
Additionally, we're Grand Knights. We are like honor bound to the land. That's how it works.
there's no outside trade.
Uh,
There's no like external communication. Um, Plus, with all of the sea folk um, keeping the waters around Elysia incredibly dangerous, the only sea trade that happens is between ports on this continent, and even then, you have to have a full naval force to do much. That's where Ephraim comes from, or it comes in. You got that shit on lock.
Oh. I just meant for vacation. My
Nope.
bad. Oh no.
They're like,
So,
hey, we've got, all these people with all this chaos stuff, or getting touched by undead, or getting mind controlled by the Fae. Blow them up on sight.
My gosh.
They don't allow anybody.
Yeah.
No.
so chaos touch.
Well, that's what how other nations treat people from Elysia, this continent, um, if they try to leave.
That's concerning. And they don't come here. Oh. Okay.
Nah, they.
Is it common knowledge?
Is it common knowledge? This is
I was
something.
gonna ask common knowledge. I was gonna ask if it was common knowledge that like in Elysia, like if like there's other places.
Yeah, everyone knows
Like,
that there's places outside of this one. There's like 10 other countries outside of Elysia. Well, 10 other continents at least. It's like, think of water world, but, giant land masses. It's a fairly large planet. Most of it water. Does anyone have...
There's a lot of water.
Yeah. Does anyone have any other questions?
No.
Why would you want to help us?
Well,
Like, what's in it for you?
he kind of leans forward, like his gunmetal gray armor kind of like creaking as he leans forward, and he says, Arcadians are a warrior people. We've conquered our continent. We've done so, but thousands of years ago. So we live in varied peace with one another. Different groups vying for power every so often. We keep people's bloodlust at bay by having a coliseum. Anyone who wants to fight, they fight for glory and for sport. Um, However, we keep hearing everything there is to hear about this landmass and how you are constantly at war with creatures beyond imagination. And every so often, someone steps forward and says, hey, instead of trying to kill one another, why don't we just help them out? So every so often.
It's for funsies.
Yes. We have a... what's the phrase? He like mutters a couple of things in his like kind of guttural language, and says, the correct word is, or the correct phrase is, we like to help the underdog, as your language would say. You're not necessarily winning at the moment, and if you present
Nope.
yourselves correctly, you'll definitely start winning.
I'm gonna just sidebar with the team. So we are taking their help, right?
Of
Oh,
course
yeah.
we are.
I mean, might as well. If they're just doing it for fun, then it's just free help.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Star. At this point,
Finn is asking to raise his hand.
we're
I'm going to grab his
fighting
hand
a
and put it
losing and
Barb, I am so sorry. You have become the crunchiest of Taco Bell Supremes.
You know what? I actually had Taco Bell the other day. It was good.
Oh,
Yeah.
who left? Oh, Barb.
There's Barb.
I'm so sorry. Come back.
what just happened to me?
You became a second-degree burn Crunchwrap Supreme.
Mm.
I tried
You good?
to open another page. I tried to open the same Discord tab on another page so that I can look at like the map of the country. I didn't know what would happen. I didn't know that would happen. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
But is it okay if Finn asks his question in the chat? Because I think he's kind of, I wouldn't say impatient, but been patiently waiting.
Yes, for once he's been patiently waiting. Ask your question, bud.
I was kind of interrupting my monologue.
Continue your monologue. We'll wait for him to ask his question.
He's still like smart. This man can punch you like a small
guy would-
innocent puppy.
Honestly, this guy could punch you across the room, realistically, dude.
I'm not allowed to draw weapons on anyone on this landmass, so I'll have to take a rain check until we are truthfully aligned.
I am reduct taping his mouth.
Okay.
And I'm going to force his hand
saying?
down to his side.
Guys, what was I saying?
I'm not. This man is not allowed to speak.
so
What is this nonsense?
You were saying
so
something
important.
about why you need to be asking for their help or accepting it.
I mean, I said we should accept the help. Anybody against that necessarily?
No,
No?
no. I mean,
All in
just
favor
Finn,
and-
but Finn's always against anything that helps the party.
Okay, cool. We ignore his opinion most times.
Well, he
Anyway.
said, I do think we should take their help.
And then we cut him off.
Oh, it looks like I misread it. I'm so sorry, Finn.
Anyway, we
That's
ignore
my
his
bad.
opinion most times anyway.
He's not present. This is
Finn-
an amount of chaos that should not be possible.
Finn is present.
Finn
He
is
is.
always present. It is terrifying.
Finn's typing in the Roll20 chat because his voice is out.
No, he's just can't talk outright at the moment.
Yeah, his voice is out. Out of my chat. Oh.
Get
How
ready.
did
Alright,
these
so-
nuts?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna look at the big giant man and I'm gonna be like, alright, dude, we'll accept your help.
It's like, well,
If we can earn it.
you just have to prove it. He says, as like one of the robed guys from outside of the room comes like floating in and like hands him a rather large metal cup of some steaming liquid. They speak briefly in like kind of hushed tones, and then the giant figure goes back out the room.
Where about do we go for the first trial?
The problem with asking that question is I don't know.
Do any of your people know?
The thing is that he like kind of taps his helmet here. There's like gong gong gong. The God Emperor decides whether or not you've succeeded, and he doesn't tell me when the trial starts, only when it's ended.
Alright, guys. What was the name of the trials once more?
Trial of mercy, trial of patience, and trial of justice.
Alright, guys. I guess
Well,
let's go
Finn is
about...
not allowed to do the patience one.
Yes, I was going to go about saying that myself. Anyway, I guess we can go and start trying to figure out what the trials are.
Excellent. One of my, well, I can't really separate them. So he like kind of like barks something, and you see the door open again. It's not technically a door. It's a like a fabric, like a curtain kind of thing. Um, and these two both step inside. And he points at them, and then he points at you, and he says, "Follow them around. Give them any assistance that they require, outside of, directly intervening should a test start. And I will alert you should the Emperor decide that something has changed." The pair just kind of like slowly look at each other, and then they look over all of you, and then they nod. Finn Cope.
So, I'm gonna ask, where do y'all want to go? We could go shopping, we could go do something while we try to figure out what these, or how to start and or do these trials.
Let's go dancing.
We're not going dancing.
What?
Unhappy bird noises.
Sorry, Star as an orc doesn't dance. Would you guys like to
We
go
can
shopping?
reenact the entirety of High School Musical because Star don't dance. But I know he can.
He can, he just doesn't.
I know you can, not a chance. I'm not gonna sing the rest of the song because we'll get copyright, but
Ugh.
hey.
But hey,
I know he can.
but there's not a chance.
There's not
If I can do this, then he can do that.
I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but yeah.
Cribbed, help, they're trying to bully Star into dancing.
I mean, your culture isn't necessarily against dancing.
This is the Star thing.
Well, then say
Star
that
in
it's a
his-
Star thing and not that it's a orc thing.
I didn't mean to say it was an orc thing. That's a Star thing, not an orc thing.
Star no dance.
Star don't dance. Anyway,
I'll
so
teach you how to samba.
I'll play the maracas.
They get to be so big in your tiny hands.
I'm over here thinking of what I can do to get out of this.
I
Finn
will
is
roll
holding up.
persuasion on this. Do not test.
Wait, quick question.
Huh.
It's not even a spell. I have comprehend languages. If I were to comprehend language, would I be able to tell what he was saying to his friend?
After this point, you could try to do it so that you can understand what they're saying.
Also,
I
did
would
we
like to
take
do
a
that.
long rest before this?
We did.
Yes.
Okay.
I will cast comprehend language.
So we're just with them.
You're being all
Damn
robot
you,
again.
Crunchy.
Just fun then.
The Crunchwrap Supreme strikes again.
Uh-huh.
This
Or
brings
is
us to
he
the
the
sponsor
crispy
list.
chicken chalupa?
Dance.
Oh,
He's speaking.
welcome back.
I'm back in my crunchy now.
Yes.
You still
Make it worse.
Hold on, give me a second.
Man. Technical difficulties episode a lot.
27.
Crunchy guys.
Yes.
Oh dang. At this point, Cope, I don't know what to say.
Maybe you
I
should
think I'm gonna lose my patience on Finn. We don't need milk in bulk. I'll just buy you some milk
It's-
powder and
okay,
you can
hold
just
on,
chug
hold on.
that.
Do you have Elvish? Because this is happening in Elvish. This is what happens when you don't pay attention.
Let me see.
We have a goat.
You're not milking Rolf, a male goat.
No. He's my boy. Don't do that to him.
Maybe later. Duct tapes.
Also, I speak Sylvan, so technically I understand
You should.
the basis of the language of Elvish. Because
Man,
Sylvan to
Contract
Elvish
Supreme
is like...
second degree.
Is Sylvan to Elvish like Latin to French?
That's a
more
great
like-
character moment for Finn. I love that.
It's like Latin to Italian.
Okay, so I kind of understand what he said. I was like, no milk.
It's like
Why did we get to milk? Remember before? Is there
Oh my gosh.
think
It
of it.
sounds like you're having a stroke.
Think of it more as like Old English versus Modern English.
Okay.
So like what you speak is all of the thee, thou, thine, and other stuff, while they
Thine
speak
milketh can waiteth.
while they speak
Hey, fuck your milk.
wow.
Damn. I was just saying it can wait.
Oh, it's been
I was
the
giving
silent
an
one is
example.
triggered.
No, Finn, I didn't mean that out loud. I was just giving you an example for the diversity of what was actually happening.
Sorry, so how are we gonna do the trial?
We just follow them.
Well, they're
No, they
not.
follow us.
They're following
They
along
follow
you.
We don't know what the trials are. We know what the trial names are, but we don't know how to complete them.
You just have to do stuff.
Oh, I thought we were supposed. Well, with that.
Oh man, Crunchwrap Supreme in the house.
Jesus. It's technical issues part 3.
Only 3.
Do the robot, Barb.
Como origato,
Gato, Mr. Roboto. Domo. Domo.
Am I still a Crunchwrap Supreme?
Nope.
You are less crunchy. Still Supreme though.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm delicious.
Small tear went down Finn's face. I'm gonna use my ear to wipe his tear, and then I'm gonna slap my ear into his face as I turn away.
So many mixed signals.
Alright, so what are we doing?
I guess I don't know.
I want to go show them like Ayaz win fun, so I just kind of like I don't know.
It used to be ritual sacrifice, but we can't do that no more.
No.
No. Borb says disappointedly.
I don't know. That's why I was saying let's go like dancing, or I could go be like a diplomat for my country, like I'm supposed to be.
Well, you're doing that right now. Like the only expectation you have is to talk to this guy.
You know, let's do it. Let's go dancing.
Yeah.
No, wait. This is Aztec. So bongos.
Bongo time.
Wait, Borb, do you have parents?
My parents are in a different city. We can't see them.
but we can see their spirits in this interpretive dance.
Exactly. All 9 of my moms are like salsa dancer supremes.
Ole.
And your one dad
Ole.
gets to do the tango.
He taught me how to do the Macarena. That was as good as it got.
And Star will start doing the dance that, like, whatever is the most culturally appropriate dance for this place. Perfectly.
Like,
Have you ever been to this place and done the dance before?
Nope, he just
Try
learned.
imitation.
Star has just learned dances from all over the world.
I'll do a performance check then.
Please,
This is from the
You
My
didn't
Character
like dancing.
Doesn't Dance guy.
Uh-huh.
please be a different performance check. Please be a different performance check. Please.
No, you're performing a dance.
I thought that you didn't like dancing.
15.
Well, you know a decent amount of dances. You don't necessarily know all of them, but you know a good amount.
Do I know the dance for this region in particular?
It's the chicken dance.
It's played on the bongos and reed flutes.
Bird pipes.
Yeah.
Star will just start doing that.
I'll just play on my bird pipes and just like play along to him dancing.
So, as you're leaving the ziggurat, you're doing this little, I guess, what is it, parade?
Shimmy. Shake,
Playing
shake.
music and doing the chicken dance as you leave.
Are
In
we
any
gonna
other
start a
place,
Congo line?
in any other place, this would be extremely strange. This is Ioswin. Dancing is normal. People play music all the time. As soon as people see you, they're like, "Yeah, get it."
I also want to dance, but I'm not sure about it.
Let's have a performance check from everyone. The only one that doesn't need to is Borb.
Oh, cool. Never mind then.
Would you like a secondary performance check from me?
Nah, you're fine. Your 15 was okay. Dang!
Oh, I'm doing excellent.
Loki did it better than I
the
could.
tiny arms just doing the thing.
I
Only
am taking up the dance floor, which is every floor.
Nah, Loki just starts breakdancing in her ears.
Oh,
Finn.
Finn.
You all do an excellent job of doing the culturally adequate chicken dance. As
Why
you, like, as you're shimmying towards what would be considered to be, like, you know, the place to go, Borb, I need you to do a perception check.
Oh.
You
19.
notice two. You notice two things. The first thing is, like, as your conga line has started aiming towards the center of Jarsu, someone has been walking beside you the entire time.
Do I realize that they're there?
It's kind of sudden. But you can do a perception check. You'll have to.
Did we pick up people while we were conga lining?
No one has, like, joined you. You, like, passed people and they've, like, you know, done a little snippets of the dance, but they have otherwise.
You said perception roll
Uh-huh.
for me?
Did Corin dance with us, or is she just?
She's just, like, grinning, but she's doing her job. So Star, you're not necessarily paying attention enough to notice this person walking alongside you. The second thing that Borb notices is that you're being.
Missed Finn.
I didn't ask Finn to do a perception check, so I don't know why he's
He
rolling
wanted to
stuff.
see what was going on.
Corin is not going to join.
Dang.
She is here on business.
My face.
She
26 for me.
is not here to have a party. She's here to make sure that you don't, go full insane and start, murdering people and stuff.
Corin isn't allowed to have fun, Finn. Don't worry.
Nope.
We'll get to her eventually.
She's entertained by you guys being goofy. So Borb, you notice the person walking alongside you, and someone, like, you have this odd feeling that you're being followed.
But that's normal.
You're saying it's normal for you feeling like you're getting
It's a
followed?
new follow.
You've got a new follower.
That's concerning. How often do people follow you, Borb?
Well, I mean, I was the most chaos touched.
Mm-hmm. The CFO was very personally interested in Borb.
Ah, yes.
Well, this is beyond. So, like, the normal rules of chaos touch nonsense no longer apply.
They no longer apply.
You're no longer like paranoid
okay.
and like hearing, like, you still hear his voice, but you don't have like the normal symptoms of chaos touch. You're beyond that now. Glad that Finn is agreeing with me.
No.
Left this time.
Is it still Barb?
Borb.
He's probably been trying to talk the entire time, but we can't hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear Barb at all. It's so sad. Change his name to Trap Supreme.
Okay.
Find Barb.
I love how willing you are to do that.
Broke.
Ooh,
Broke
so
Loki.
crunchy.
Bad ASMR. Hello?
Strange nickname.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, I'm back.
We can hear him again. Let's go.
Sometimes you guys get super crunchy.
That's
I
you.
think that's your end,
You've
not
been
ours.
The
It
crunchiest.
can't be all of ours because you're going crunchy for everyone.
Okay, well, everyone. Me. Hello?
She works
Is
here.
this better?
Jesus Christ, dude.
It is.
The funny thing is, his mic was working just fine before we started.
Yeah, I got no clue. What's up with him?
It was working fine.
Thank you for changing his name to Crunchwrap Supreme.
Uh
Yes.
huh.
We've gotten very little done today, but I feel like we've had a lot of fun.
So, Barb,
We can't hear each other.
what do you do in this situation?
Do I know them?
Well, it takes you like 10 seconds to look at the person that's like walking alongside you, and you immediately recognize him. You just spent the last 2 years learning from them.
Oh, he's the pink, or is that Sir William?
No, this is her name is Yoko. Technically, her full name is Yocoxolotl, which means peace in like the Aztec language. She's like a cream-colored. Yeah, she's a cream-colored Aarakocra. She's like wearing a loose, like, kind of sky blue kind of top. She's got like a little rope wrapped around her waist, and it's just kind of like skipping along, like the way that a bird can. She's enjoying the music. She's got like her hands clasped behind her back. She's got this like kind of peaceful, serene look on her face.
Is she the previous Pink Knight of Humility?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's why I knew the name. I was like, wait, that sounds familiar.
I mean, he did say you ended up learning from them, so.
Well, yeah, I just wasn't sure, like, what he meant. I was like,
Fair.
I just kind of, like, nod at her, and I'm like, can we help you?
She's like, oh, I'm just enjoying your music. See, you have a
Oh, thank you.
little parade, and just wanted to see how you're doing, and you know, always concerned about what my apprentice has been up to.
Better question, how did she find us?
We're making a racket in the middle of the street in the biggest city in this, like,
Country.
Uh
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
huh.
I mean,
Like-
all the Grand Knights are currently doing, like, the Macarena going down the street,
Yeah.
and people are like, you know what? Go off, kings.
Yeah.
the great
Literally.
care. These
Who's
are
gonna be like world renowned over me getting it down because I got that now 20.
Yeah, you do have like the two tall Arcadians floating along behind you,
oh, yeah, we
and
do.
I'm keeping an eye on them to see if, like, anything changes as we're going about.
your mentor Yoko says it's like, well, on top of your little dance party, uh, you're the ones in charge of being diplomats for the empire. She kind of like gestures at the two floaty tall people following behind you. It's like, so I've been keeping an eye on everything.
Much
As
appreciated.
soon as I heard that Sazun is here, and each kind of gestures at everybody who is having a mixture of, um, like, are we supposed to like do religious things or just enjoy the music? Kind of looks on their faces before they just go for the enjoy the music bit.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be as, like, just part of the group and not really stand out, but I'm kind of the only one making music, so I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
standing
I
all the
get
way
that.
out, then. You're standing 100% of the way out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm
the
standing
Knights
out
aren't
as
really
well.
conformist. We do a lot.
I can be heard now. Yes.
Yes, we can hear you crunch.
Oh, damn.
Immediately crunches.
shouldn't have brought it
then.
up. Shouldn't have acknowledged it.
Oh no!
Anyway, so
Well, anyway,
whatever his place was.
what's your destination, Borb?
I was gonna take them to the market and just, like, show them all the different, like, foods that you can actually get here in Ioswin because we're close to the port. Because I'm sure there's different kinds of fish than what the other countries might get from here.
Yeah. Describe the uh, incredible abundance that is Ioswin. It's a. It's called the. What is it? Yes, the Emerald Godways is the sobriquet of Ioswin.
Yeah. So we're kind of like a huge trade hub, right?
I wouldn't necessarily say trade hub. You are you're thousands of miles of incredibly fertile land that produces some of the tastiest fruits, vegetables, and fish and like bird life that anyone can really get. You're a primary source of food, other than Zalashtar, which has a bunch of other similar stuff, but not nearly as abundant as yours.
Yeah.
So Star is gonna interrupt while she's saying this. So pretty much, what sounds like a trade hub.
Crossroads in Tarvis Mela is the primary trade hub. That's where everyone goes to buy things.
We're more of the agricultural hub of the continent.
Okay.
Other
What
than
would be mining?
Tarvis Mela, you said?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What would be
Aclaria
Nation's hub?
provides metal, stone, and horses.
Ah, nice.
When people want a really good, like, combat mount beyond, like, a mythical creature, you get an Aclarian one.
Oh, okay. So we have like horses and cat things on wrap.
Yeah.
Down.
Real fast, can
You know-
I give everyone like a ceremonial drink like of cactus juice because of like being so tropical in nature?
I wouldn't know if it would
My
be
sister would like it here.
cactus
Well-
juice.
No, that would probably be more of the Croujon.
Yeah.
I guess
My
we would
sister
just
would
have
like it.
like smoothies.
I mean, chocolate is the thing that the Aztecs, the Aztec people.
Oh yeah, we have a
provided.
thing about chocolate. I
What do y'all
forgot
have to
that.
offer against chocolate?
No, I just I forgot that like in out of game lore of like actual history that chocolate was a huge thing that the Aztecs did because of like the tropical in nature of the nature. I am not very good at talking right now.
That brain thought very much brained.
Listen, man, it's been a long day. I'm trying.
I understand. I understand.
Oh, yep, cacao.
I think your brain's brainingly fine.
But yeah, I will get them a chocolate and banana smoothie for everyone.
Nice.
That is like the main drink that you get when you visit Ioswin.
So Star will take his happily, and then pour a little bit in a cup for Moon.
He almost eats the cup, like alongside of the smoothie.
And Lucy
By any
having
chance, does your
Victor.
nation have anywhere that makes glasses?
No.
Like spectacles, I mean?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Nah.
Dang.
Because it's not a very silica heavy nation.
Okay.
If it ain't fish, fruit, or veg, it's not popular here. I mean, it's like imported, but not something that is like made here.
Okay.
The market is a huge, sprawling affair. Everyone there. It seems that everybody and their grandmother, and potentially their grandmother as well, is there set up in a tent selling miscellaneous stuff, and it's all kind of arranged in like quadrants, where there's like one side is food, one side is, or like one corner is like food, like generally like the stuff you eat. Next to them is like drink. Then you have clothing, various just like personal kind of things, and then the very last one is um, like self defense and tools.
I bet a lot of the Kinkus are selling a lot of the same stuff that, like, either that or it would be so eclectic because they just find things they like and then they'll resell it and be like, hey, I like this thing, have it.
It's like this is
It's just like generous in nature.
well,
I
they're
mean, typically, but also they don't have imagination. so they don't have that same ability to, like, come up with new things to make.
So they're very unimaginative.
I'm the only one that has an imagination, really, in the entire Kenku race.
And that's saying something.
Does
Yeah.
that have to like logic?
Sorry, what was that, Borb?
Yes,
Barb?
give me your hand.
Barb,
I
you refer
said,
to yourself?
I'm sorry, I'm tired.
I said, does that have anything to do with wild magic, like for Sev?
Sev?
Mhm.
Not that I know of. I
What, for
don't know
Kenku?
the history of the Kenku in this world, other than the fact that I am kind of like seen as a very high religious figure in this country, because I actually am one of the only Kenkus that have free speech and imagination, kinda. So this is when you'll see Borb get very anxious and nervous is being around in his country.
Does Borb not like being in his country?
He doesn't like being the center of attention.
Oh.
Let's
Sarge can
have
come and make himself the center of attention if you'd like.
Right.
let's
What
have
are we
everybody
having?
do a perception check for
Actually,
me.
thank you very much, sir.
Oh, what roll?
Perception check.
Perception?
Uh-huh.
I am distracted.
Why can I never find it there?
I had to.
That is a 15.
Because
Better than my
Finn
last
should
perception
get
roll.
disadvantage.
I had to exit out of it because it was being.
Dang, Crunchtrap.
Dang, Crunchwrap. Anyway, does Finn get disadvantage because he chose to make his character fall asleep standing up?
Yes.
Sorry,
Wait, that's
Finn.
canonic?
It says Finn gets bored and falls asleep standing.
Dang.
If he wants to zone out and not participate, then he gets minorly shafted.
Disadvantage on perception, because
Oh.
that's what that affects.
Assuming he's here.
I mean, Finn is in the vocal chat, but
but
he's
he's
not
not-
speaking.
He's not in the Roll20.
Is he not in Roll20 anymore?
Nope.
This is 2 levels
you
of being
kidding me?
asleep.
Uh-huh.
In-game
Saying that
and
I'm not in the
outside
chat
of the game.
anymore? No. Because I've been typing for the last like 5 minutes, and you're telling me that none of it has been going through.
No.
Last thing
The
we
last
saw
thing
was.
that's in the chat is Finn gets bored and falls asleep standing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well after that he woke up.
You press
Um,
send?
Oh, Crunchwrap Supreme, I'm so sorry to tell you.
me?
No,
Me?
I'm
Like
talking
me?
to
Okay.
Tell me
Crunchwrap.
what?
Okay.
You're still the Supreme Crunchwrap.
Let me read the chat. It said he wakes up, and then I forgot
That's
that he
okay.
had the thingamajig on, because he was going to ask what's a fish, but you know, he has the duct tape on, so never mind.
Make yourself
Then
a
I was asking if they
detective
removed the duct
disadvantage.
tape so that he could drink or not. Then I asked if he could roll a perception check to check up on Orb.
Everybody's currently doing a perception check.
Yes, roll a perception.
Oh yeah, and then also I rolled perception. I got a 16, but for the disadvantage one, I got a 15 and a 12. So I guess.
So a 12.
Well,
And
if he
it
was awake
is
this whole time, that's not fair to make him roll at a disadvantage.
Well, you're also not in
I'm
Roll20
gonna
anymore.
quickly restart.
Django wants a
There you
fish.
go.
Yeah, Finn, you crashed
Okay,
out.
there we go.
And so
Yeah, I just noticed that.
do perception again. Now that you're
Okay.
back in.
I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that it like kicked me out, because like on my screen it was just like fully there and there was no indication that none of it was going through.
I've been trying to acknowledge you.
We have been.
So that way you could spare your voice. Have you rolled yet? It hasn't gone through.
I think I have to redo it. None of the chat's going through.
There it goes.
Oh, there you go. You got a 24.
Congrats.
Dang, he sees everything.
So, as you're enjoying your...
Oh, Barb hasn't rolled perception.
Barb.
Come on, Crunchwrap, you got this.
We
Crunch
believe in
wrap,
Crunch
crunch wrap,
wrap,
crunch
crunch
wrap,
wrap,
crunch
crunch
wrap,
wrap.
crunch wrap, crunch.
wrap.
Oh, I think he's
He's passed.
he's been crunched out.
Oh, he's gone.
Yes, your duct tape has been off so you can drink. And then as soon as you get done drinking, we put...
Perhaps a little hole was cut, so that you could have like a straw.
That's how we're gonna do it. I'm just gonna take my dagger. My ceremonial dagger off my waist. Not even do it safely, just stab a hole.
No,
Dead
you
center.
do it safely. Dude, come on.
You're right. I do it safely. I stab a hole dead center of his mouth. And then
Carefully.
put a straw. Carefully.
No matter how annoying your friends are, stabbing them is not acceptable. This is a lesson I learned in middle school.
Says the one who stabs everyone.
Sev?
Says.
This is true. However, I've never stabbed someone in their teeth.
She has to keep the moral knife.
I'm sorry.
I am the
when has
moral
my
knife.
child stabbed somebody?
Huh?
Since when did my child stab somebody?
Yeah, Loki has to keep the moral knife.
The moral knife is when you're making a fool of yourself and dishonoring us knights, not like when you're trying to drink a smoothie. The situations are intrinsically different.
Okay, so what is that perception roll?
Once Barbaros does his.
Dang, this episode is really on nowhere today.
Can you have everyone's character sheets?
I'd be
Right, Crip?
like I'd be happier if he did it
Sure.
himself, but
Yeah, I don't know if he's alive or not. Well, I mean, he's alive, but he's not alive enough to do anything. I misphrased that pretty bad, huh?
I didn't even hear you. I'm sorry, what?
I believe in you, Barb.
You can do it.
Tell me what your wisdom modifier is. You know what? I'll just look at it.
Okay, again, his mic was working just fine before we started. Hello?
Hello?
Am I back?
Ish?
You're kind of back. Did you want to roll a perception check for us?
My entire D&D Beyond is...
Gummit. Wait,
Is
you
it
said
okay?
D&D Beyond? Is his sheet in D&D Beyond and not
Yes.
on...
Congratulations, you got an 18.
Right.
that was the most despondent,
Oh my gosh,
robotic,
every
terrible
time
hooray
goes
I have
well.
ever had the misfortune of hearing. Oh, God.
Okay, I guess. So what is...
You might just want to type in chat, Barb. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, just type in chat if you need something. Do what Finn is doing.
So you're getting your smoothies. You're kind of having a good time. And all of you begin looking around because the noise in the marketplace has quieted down. You notice that the cups that you're currently using are glass and not the coconuts or carved wooden ones everybody else has. You notice that the shopkeeper isn't looking at any of you. He's kept his eyes down the entire time. Everybody around is kind of in a state of minor awe. And it takes you a minute to realize that it's twofold. They're not just looking at Borb, they're looking at Yoko. Now, Borb,
Yeah.
even being like a mixture of being the spy master and, you know, learning how to be a Grand Knight, you know almost everything there is to know about Yoko.
Yeah.
She's part of the group that, despite what you know about it, publicly killed the leader of the Necromancers, the Chaldazar the Unrelenting. It's only that with the meetings with the other Grand Knights that you learned that it's a temporary thing. The belief is that Chaldazar has achieved lichdom, and he's just going to come back again. So the public believes that the undead menace is slowly dwindling. You know that Yoko was part of like the besieging group of Grand Knights that lit up the Necromancer King's fortress, riding in on her granite-colored rock and turning the air into a combat zone.
Yeah.
She's a monk. Her knightly weapon is a set of obsidian gauntlets that kind of like...
Wait.
What?
Back up. You said she turned the sky into a war zone?
Yes.
And that she's a monk?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Companion.
Uh-huh. Like it's
Yeah.
R-O-C, not R-O-C-K.
Okay.
It's a giant bird that can summon hurricanes with the beats of its wings.
Oh. Thank you for explaining that.
Uh-huh. When Slinky gets older, he can create tornadoes and typhoons.
Indubitably.
Uh-huh. Like her knightly weapon is, of course, like the gauntlets that they change into bracelets on her wrists. But when she slams her fists together, they just turn into these long gauntlets that go up into her shoulder. And you know how those feel. Because despite the fact that her name means peace, she was a very strict teacher.
So it means peace. She has showed you her hands.
Yes. The rock.
It's a boulder.
It's not just a boulder.
It's
a rock. Anyway, standing before the people of this nation are the two most impressive people that they've had. First is the chosen of the god Umbris, because you're a albino Kenku who can speak for himself.
Yeah.
And Yogo, a member of one of the most successful Grand Knight generations, who, you know, palled around with Sir William, who the first person to get all 8 unicorns to bow to him.
Unicorns to bow.
The guy who got cursed with Medusa's gaze because he was too merciful on the battlefield.
Hello?
Hi, Barb.
Hello, robot.
I'm back.
Sort of.
For now.
Okay. I'm about to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Okay, man.
You don't know that meme.
No.
Like from
I
20
do
years
know
ago.
that meme, and it entertains me greatly.
You are easily entertained.
It's true. That's why I hang out with I don't know. Who do I hang out with?
Us.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
I guess.
I do hang out with you guys. I was
Okay,
about to
guys.
say your sister, but I don't even hang out with her that much.
Ugh. So, you see one of the Arcadians coming up to you. And he's like floating across the ground, and he kind of like stoops down because regardless of what happens, he's taller than everybody.
Goodness.
And he says, in kind of clipped common, it says, "One of your trials has begun." And you see members of the crowd, mainly the bird people of Ioswen, starting to like kind of creep closer. And soon you're surrounded by a very large crowd of people. And they start. Oh, what was that?
What was what?
Do we know which trial it is?
What? Oh, which trial?
We
No,
know
he does
which
not. He has
trial.
not
No.
said.
But we know it's either going to be patience, mercy, or what was the last one?
Justice. I'm gonna put it in chat.
Patience,
just so
mercy, or
that-
justice.
Trials.
I don't feel like we're gonna have to give mercy.
I thought it was valor.
I would
It's
assume.
either going to be I think it's going to be patience if we have to deal with a whole bunch of civilians.
You see, a Aarakocra mother step forward. She's got a baby Aarakocra on her hip, and she's got a concerned look on her face. And she looks at all of you in your fancy, culturally appropriate garb, and she says,
Mm-hmm.
"You spend your days fighting for all of us. Do you think you're gonna win?"
Yes.
I mean, there's always a chance
do
we
think
don't,
we will.
but if we don't win, we come back stronger.
I'll do everything I can in my power to win. Protect the people. I hope you guys heard that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
Oh, yeah,
did.
I heard you.
Okay. It was like an emotional moment. I was like, oh no.
We got Finn's statement. Does anybody
Yes,
else
sir.
want to add?
Any defeat we face will teach us a valuable lesson in our eventual victory.
So you're not convinced that you'll win?
I'm convinced that we'll win. I'm also convinced that we'll have to learn along the
course.
way, just like anyone.
That's kind of where I am there.
I think that we need to fight. It is our moral obligation to fight and win.
The end is a given, but I'm not saying that the middle will be easy.
Okay,
Of
since when
course.
do we start
That
talking
is a good
cryptic?
statement.
I'm not talking cryptically. I'm gonna win. Just say it's gonna be hard.
Oh.
It may be a little embarrassing because that's how life is. But we are gonna win because we're the best.
We're the best around. No one's ever gonna keep us down.
So the lady seems to be.
Be a hard fought battle, but we need to.
She seems to be somewhat, like,
Be right.
convinced.
Take out the money.
Barb, shush. She like steps back into the crowd, and then a older Owlin steps forward. He's got like a cane, that he's walking with. You see his like wings are a little bit like um, bent to the point where you're pretty sure he can't fly anymore. And he says, "What was my question? I'm sorry. Give me 1 second."
It's okay. Take your time.
Take your time.
Take it down.
Shaw, dude. Take your time.
And I will say, you all notice that Borb is especially quiet during all this.
Are you
Just
fine,
have
buddy?
Borb on his little Borb back.
Because Borb is typically pretty happy-go-lucky, fun, and just outgoing. But whenever he comes home, he just kind of clams up.
I
Oh,
have
no.
got one ear around my bird friend.
I go in for a hug.
Wait, are your ears like prehensile?
From the way Loki like describes them, him using them, yes, they sound prehensile.
Cool.
I don't like how you can move your tongue in a lot of different ways because it's just like a really big muscle. That's my ears.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So, yes.
the older Owlin says, "What are you doing, or planning on doing, to bring ultimate defeat against our enemies?"
I mean,
Can I use my intent die to ask Yoko for some advice here?
You don't need your intent die. You could
No,
just.
I mean,
Which
like,
answer?
to kind of, like, have her start speaking up.
She's going to
This is
refuse
our
because this is
trial.
your show.
this
She's
is
not the
our-
Grand Knight anymore. She doesn't even have her Grand Knight powers anymore.
Well,
I'm
she
gonna
lost her
start
phone
this off
weapons.
by saying a lot of us have different backgrounds from previous nights. We're using not only our personal like backgrounds and new ways of bringing like new ways of doing things to the Grand Knight position. We're also drawing off of the centuries of information from those who've come before us. We're doing a lot of things that are different. Most white knights aren't focused on sneaking around. They just they just head on in there and get it done. But we all have a really different approach from our predecessors to try and find a different solution to what works.
In
Um,
my
Can I ask them a question? Which enemy are you talking about? Are you talking about the Beastmen?
He's talking about all of them. That's why
undead?
he said enemies.
Well, we have different battle plans for each kind. Well, at least I like we'll come up for different battle plans for each enemy we face.
okay,
Like
Finn suggested
for
murder.
for the for the undead, we can
Burn
find
them
their
with
source
lightning.
of power. We can find their sources of power or source of power and take them out, and then kill them off systemically.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Beastmen, if we team up with these people, they can help us take them out. In a flank. They can get them from the coast, and we can get them from the inland. There's different battle plans for each war we're going to be facing, and for even each personal battle, each battle there will be different battle plans.
Mm-hmm. It's
I
learning
talk
and
a lot.
adapting with things that no Grand Knight team has ever come up with before. We're not traditional. We shouldn't stick to what has worked in the past because we aren't what's in the past.
Does anyone else want to add
Personally,
anything?
I would choose diplomatic
Right.
peace in any of these situations. I don't
But-
necessarily want to fight unless we have to fight.
I mean,
This
we
is
kind of have to
There
fight
is
the.
no diplomatic peace.
To destroy some of our enemies, I understand we're gonna fight. But if it's like a minor enemy, I feel like we can find a way to serve justice to them without, eradicating them.
Yeah.
But what about the Beastmen? I feel like the only way to deal with them is complete eradication.
Oh no, the Beastmen we are definitely eradicating. I am okay with it.
Yeah, this is more like a end game question. Like, what are you doing to defeat the 3 big bad evil guys? Type of question.
Right. Yeah, like,
I could
do we
fix
have
Robocop
more enemies
over here.
that I don't know about?
I was say, how many enemies do we have?
No, just the 3 big bad evil guys
well,
for now.
you have 4.
Oh.
There's the undead, there's beastmen, there's the fae,
Yeah.
and there's the sea folk.
Oh, I didn't realize we
The
were
sea
doing the sea folk too.
I mean, they're
Who's the
literally
sequel?
preventing anyone from leaving.
I see. The sea
They're
folk are evil mermaid, basically.
well, they believe that
Okay.
you are the root cause of all of the bad things happening in the sea, and their conglomerate belief is if they kill you and eradicate you as like a group of nations, then all their problems will go away. So they can't let you
Well,
spread, so they capsize ships, they send their giant crustacean dudes and krakens and stuff to ruin everything.
if we defeat
We
the
can
other
deal with
3
that last.
people, I mean, like, the fae and the beastmen and the undead are pretty, unrelenting. But if we defeat those 3, like, that would probably solve some of the ocean problems, and then diplomacy might be an option with the sea folk.
Right.
Personally, I don't want to
Question
go
mark?
at war to anybody in the ocean. They have a home
The
field
Beastmen-
advantage there.
The Beastmen and the zombies aren't people, so I feel like with them, there should only be complete eradication.
Well,
The fae aren't
they're
really
monsters.
people either. They're just determined to kill us.
To be completely fair with you, I summon Fae to fight for me.
Yeah.
So,
But that was a question, Crypt.
Like, I'm sorry, I got a little bit distracted. What was the premise of the question?
If defeat 3 land bad guys, do diplomacy with sea bad guy? Question mark.
Potentially. If
Nice.
you solve what they consider to be the capital T, capital P problem, you may be able to have a conversation with them. Remember that the sole reason you're not able to leave this continent is because chaos exists, necromancy exists. Well, in this case, the necromancer king exists with all of his necro cult guys, and the Fae exist. While the Fae are always going to exist, getting rid of their giant foothold on this world will make them flee, or at least spend another million years hiding out in their Fey realm before they try to come back again.
sorry, do we answer the question for the lady?
You answered the question.
We were.
The second question was the Owlin guy who's asking you if you what you are doing or are planning to do to make things safer to defeat the enemies. You've answered his question. He goes back into the crowd and after nodding and everyone's just like, oh, hey, this makes sense. Everybody's unique. Everybody adapts and um, diplomacy is something that people want to do. A young girl, a young Kenku, steps out into the crowd and then just kind of looks around and forms a sentence utilizing words that she has heard and is now mimicking, asking you, do you have any knowledge about what's happening with their boats outside? Don't know why she turned all southern, but you know.
Maybe it started like a little piratey, and
Uh-huh.
then it's them there.
I mean, I have no idea what's happening.
The boat. She's
Actually,
talking about the diplomacy boats from the diplomat.
You could ask to clarify.
we are making
What?
an
I think we need to
alliance
know what
with-
boat.
She
I mean-
points at the two tall people with you.
We are making an alliance with a very powerful people.
And she says,
What was the name of the place again?
Arcadia, or Arcanum, depending on how you want to say it.
The people of Arcanum are testing us and will lend us their aid once we succeed.
And you see, like, everyone, like, pretty much everyone in the crowd, they're like, if they could, their feathers pale a little.
Was I overconfident?
And they all just, like, everyone just starts whispering to one another as they essentially gawk at
It looks so, like,
a nation they've, had no contact with for the last several thousand years.
I'm gonna look to Loki like, I don't feel like we should have told them that much.
I mean,
You
there
know
are
what
people.
the ocean
They're
is,
Borbs
Finn.
people.
It's nothing to worry about. I'm gonna try and calm the people down.
Okay, do a persuasion check.
Okay, should I roll?
Are you good at persuasion?
Let's see.
Would you not prefer Star or, the Bard to do it?
Well,
Listen,
let's,
the
Being
bard
quiet
is-
for character reasons.
let the
Yeah.
Angie
Particularly
wild
Star.
magic barbarian do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Borb is kind of just like freezing up with all these questions, and he's just kind of like,
Oof.
Can I help Barbaros?
Sure. Roll again, Barbaros.
Like,
I'm gonna make myself look as cute as possible and stand next to him.
how are you helping?
Increased it
Star, do
to a
something.
10.
Want me to do something?
So what do you
I feel
say?
like it shouldn't be that hard to convince people that we're doing our best for them.
Oh.
This is why the performance, this
gonna be-
persuasion roll is so bad.
You want me to
Because
do
he's
performance
crunch wrapping
persuasion?
some
I can
cream
do
on
both.
the
I have a
kids.
+7 in both. Performance or persuasion? Performance or persuasion? Which one do you want me to do?
Well, I want to hear what Barbaros has to say first. Assuming I can hear him.
Crunchify.
Hey,
Let him crunch, and then we can
Buddy
figure it
Hood,
out.
can I pick you up for a second? Can I
Yeah,
pick you
sure.
up for a second?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick him up, and I'm gonna be like, everyone, look at this. It's gonna be fine.
Okay, now I need a performance check from Loki.
First looking cute.
Uh-huh.
To see how cute Loki looks.
There
I'm
you
cute as
go.
fuck, boy.
Your ears get all like they droop back. You've got like the large like puppy dog eye kind of thing. You give like this like kind of sad look at everyone. You hear this like conglomerate like aww. And you hear like a voice in the background saying, "He's so fuzzy."
You hear Agnes from the circle only. It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
And they stop whispering amongst each other about these foreigners and just whisper amongst themselves about wanting a plush of Loki now.
Loki, let them pet your fur.
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Thank you, Loki.
Yeah. Please
You're
put me
very
down.
merchantable.
I
Okay.
want my cut donated to orphanages.
The-
He played a performance that day.
We can make a plush out of you and sell it.
Yeah, and I want my cut donated to orphanages.
Hold up, do we not have plushes as Grand Knights?
I mean, you have like the equivalent of medieval action figures. You've got like pictures that people can buy that you've like signed. Um, you got those fake ones that exist as well. Um,
Sorry, I feel like that I might
I'm
have
just
shared this
imagining that
tangent by talking
scene
about our
from
merch.
Hercules.
you don't get any proceeds for the merch.
I'm just
None? No.
No,
I'm just
you're
imagining that one scene from Hercules where he says, "Look, I'm an action figure."
yeah. me. You got squeeze them and like their arms do stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you've got the people are wearing like tunics with your house colors on them, like how they would wear like sports team jerseys and stuff. Um, but you've got like pins, you've got ribbons, you've got action figures, you've got your companions are plushes. There's people wear like costumes.
Nice.
There's like cosplaying of you. Um, your fame has gone up to you stupid thing. You're at popular now.
So did we
Yeah.
answer their question?
Nice.
And sorry, what was their question?
The child's question was, do you know anything about the boats outside our shores?
And the answer was yes.
Yes, we know a lot
Do
about them.
you want to
And then people
elaborate?
panicked.
Uh-huh.
Made toys.
I already did elaborate. I said we're doing a trial and we're gonna get help.
We're gonna get help for the people.
And then all the people were like, "Oh my gosh, foreign nation help?
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure about that." And then it was, "Hey, look at Fuzzbud over here."
Uh-huh. Well, like another
Loki was
member
so
of
cute, they
the
went and made toys immediately.
Oh, I'm so
another
sorry.
member of the crowd comes out and says, "Do you trust them? Have you not heard the stories?"
What stories?
What stories?
It's like they all just kind of like look at each other, and they're like, the spokesperson
I
says,
have a better question. Are they based in truth?
and then the guy like looks at the two standing behind you, and those two look at each other, and the one that spoke to you before like leans down and says like probably most of them are.
Are the stories innately bad in any sort of way?
I mean, we're a warrior nation.
Can
What
They
we
do get
do
mad
is
at you
Can
for
you
warrior
tell us
nation.
the
fight.
That's
story?
kind of what y'all do.
Yeah, fighting.
How would
Yeah.
how
So
would
they're
we?
mad that you're fighting?
It's like, are you telling that to like the
Sure.
guy or to the person from the crowd?
Oh no, the guy.
Okay.
I should have elaborated that. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's like,
Sir,
well,
how would we get help fighting a nation, a country? How do we get help fighting monsters if they weren't warriors?
You wouldn't.
well, his question was to verify whether this alliance is something that people can rely upon. Because based
Oh,
off of the stories about the Arcadian Empire, people are uncertain.
I feel like they're a warrior nation. That's that.
Well, I mean, like they're bloodthirsty. They're
Oh, they're a
at each
bloodthirsty
other's,
but it's
warrior nation.
like they're at each other's throats. They beg to conquer, and then he like gestures at the two robed figures behind you, and he says they put them in chains. People who can cast magic are essentially enslaved. Is this something that you want to help us beat our enemies?
This is a necessary alliance.
While it is sometimes difficult to understand cultures that are different from our own, uh,
Ooh, something went all funky.
certain cultural practices.
Hey, Oswin.
They are.
Uh-oh. I'm falling behind. Finn's typing things. People are still talking. I can't hear anything.
Singing a straight back rhyme, we assume.
Should we be concerned?
Oh,
Uh-oh. So, fun fact. My Discord just kind of went like bleh, and I caught nothing that you said, Andy.
Fuck, I can't do that again.
Give me a basic rundown.
Cultural differences does not mean evil. Look at my country and this country. Dancing versus not dancing. It's just a different way of being, and we shouldn't call people evil just because they like that.
Yep, that's the Cliff Notes version of it.
Cool.
Like I
Sorry,
said it
I'm
really
back.
well the first time. I can't do it again.
Sorry.
I get concerned.
Sorry, someone decided they wanted to drop their backpack down the stairs to my apartment.
Fun times.
The echo.
Oh,
So all I heard was a loud bang and followed by random noises.
Finn says he's voting Loki for president. That's how good my thing was.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
No, it was the thing that you were here for the whole like other people does not equal evil thing.
Yeah.
Crypt didn't get it because his Discord was bugging out, so and I couldn't do it again.
I'm sorry that I missed your crucial monologue.
It was so good.
If only it's being recorded by other people, then we could just splice it in together. We'll just have to assume that it was wonderful for all of YouTube's sake.
YouTube, it was really good. Trust me.
I think if it was your Discord, so is it still gonna mess it up?
I mean, if I can't hear it, then the recording didn't hear it.
Okay.
YouTube, my only source is bro. Trust me.
So I need to step away for a minute. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave it recording.
Oh no.
And I'm going to go take care of my laundry, and then I'm gonna come back. I guess be entertaining for a minute.
Oh no.
I believe in you.
Guys,
oh no.
I'm putting the crucial entertainment of this channel in your variably capable hands.
Oh no.
I'm looking up jokes.
I could start singing. I sing quite well.
We can't do too much music because copyright on YouTube.
Yeah.
I despise copyright.
I ain't getting in trouble. Or letting you guys get in trouble. I mean, I guess it's technically okay if you guys get in trouble as long as it's not me. But hey, I'll be back.
Dang, I just got hit. I just got hit by the sun.
Hit by the sun?
Yeah, we're
Hey guys.
I'm still doing
How does? Hey guys, how does Darth Vader prefer his toast?
On the dark
side.
It's on the dark side.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like
Do y'all want to hear a dark joke?
I feel like we're better.
Sure.
Is it appropriate for YouTube?
Probably
There are
not.
kids here.
Oh dang. You
Is
can
Nick
guys,
put it in
why
the
going to
was-
say
Discord.
appropriate for YouTube? No.
Yeah, you just text it. Hey guys, why
Oh,
was Cinderella bad at soccer?
because she
Why was she
was
what?
wearing glass
'Cause she-
slippers. I don't know.
Because
'Cause
she
her
ran
shoes
from
kept-
the ball.
Because she ran for the ball. Oh, that's
That's
good.
Thank you.
Man, this isn't enough time to play Baldur's Gate 3.
Honestly, I would so leave the Overwatch game I'm in to play Baldur's Gate if we had time.
Moving laundry around is only like a 5-minute task. We can't really do anything. And plus, Borb left.
Hey guys.
Borbalicious. Oh, go.
Oh, or they're texting.
Did Borb leave for
Hey
the night?
guys, why
Yeah.
couldn't the pony sing a lullaby?
Why?
Because they're a little horse. Thank you.
Not Windows updates, Borb. Not window updates.
Oh no, Cleo.
You want to know something that would have been funny? Y'all could
What?
if y'all could hear the commentary while I'm playing. It's hilarious. I'm getting pulled in by what is essentially a cocoon of death. Think of that.
Oh my
I
gosh.
get hit by that thing. It cocoons me, and it sucks me to my paws. It brings me to my
It
death.
sucks you to your paws.
I was gonna I realized how wrong it sounded. So no,
What did I miss?
Sucks you to your paws.
it's
Oh my
fine.
gosh.
I'll say it. It sucks me to my death.
I don't know if this is appropriate for YouTube.
That's why I said pies earlier, and then Loki decided to bring it up. Anyway, no. So imagine, I get pulled into this cocoon. My teammates can shoot me out, mind you. And I look and yell at my friend Alyssa. I'm like, Liz, help! My friend Alyssa, what? And turns the corner and walks away.
Dad has just looked you in your eye and said, you're not valuable enough for me to spend the time to do this.
Huh?
Mean.
I'm Jesus. I almost got jumped by a Reinhardt. I actually won that fight. Imagine.
Hey guys. Hey,
Hey.
What's up,
Yes.
knock knock.
coach?
Who's there?
Inga.
Inga who?
It's actually kangaroo, get it right?
Oh. Oh. No. I can't
Your reaction
believe.
to my
Cannibalism.
favorite part of that joke.
Can't believe I did not get it right. Knock
So,
knock. Hello. Yes. Yes. No. Who's there, Finn?
I'm over here putting my whole
Goat?
back
Who?
in my team alive right now.
Your
Just
reaction
adore.
is the favorite.
Bestie, are you ready to Katrina? Dang it, you already popped your ult.
Oh,
Hold up. It's still going.
your
Where you at?
reaction is my favorite
Go,
part
go,
of that.
go.
It's so funny.
Okay, heal me. God.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh.
I can't believe I got kangarooed.
You got
Oh my god, are y'all actually laughing about that? I'm sorry.
You just got kangarooed. Like and subscribe to Kangaroo All Your Friends.
Oh.
And it started going like, You're actually laughing at that? Like, we're not the two giggliest bitches here.
Honestly, look, what was it the other day? Last session, if I'm not mistaken, Crypt had to.
No, I muted myself. I took responsibility for my own actions.
It was whatever. Crypt had already muted y'all.
I got
I
another
muted.
one.
Okay, go ahead.
Why do penguins carry fish in their beaks?
Because they don't have hands?
They don't have fucking pockets.
They don't have flipping pockets?
Oh my god. Y'all laugh at the cheesiest things.
Okay, well, what do you laugh at? Because I love a good mozzarella.
I'm sorry, are you mentally okay? Like, no, like, I'm not, I don't mean offense by that at all. But are you?
Probably.
Oh, must be nice. I'm not.
I don't know. I've never spoken to anyone about my mental health.
That's
You might have to.
Understandable.
Oh,
problem.
sorry. How many cops does it take to charge a light bulb? One, he'll just shoot the room because it's too dark. Good going, Finn.
I told you it was a dark joke.
Wait, no, that's
It was a dark joke.
Finn, no! YouTube, no! Crypt, you're gonna have to edit this one out. We're
What
gonna
do you
get
mean?
canceled.
For shooting a light bulb?
Finn, you're gonna get us canceled.
How many YouTubers does it take to change a light bulb?
If you really think about it, mental health doesn't really matter.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna finish that.
Especially when talking about
It's
problems,
one. They
somebody
just
else
stand
always
there
has a
and
bigger
wait for the
problem
world
and
to
always makes
revolve
the
around
incident.
them.
Oh, I was
Dang.
going somewhere completely different with that.
Sorry.
No? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Give me a sec, I'll type it out in chat so y'all can see what I meant.
Okay. Fire up a new joke.
Okay, give me a second. What did the ocean say to the beach?
I don't know.
Nothing, it just waved.
Alright,
busy.
it's my turn.
Go
What
ahead.
did the cow say to the horse?
Moo?
Move.
A.
Hey.
Why did the ice cream truck break down?
The what?
Why did the ice cream truck break down?
Oh, I don't know.
Because of the rocky road.
Nice.
Also, I'm just saying, these are all jokes I remember off of, like, I don't remember what, but it was some sort of, like, cup.
It was a cup.
Yes, it was, like, jokes on some sort of cup. And I don't know why, but I just vividly remember the jokes.
I don't. So, you know what? When in an awkward thing. Sorry, my brain just stopped braining for a minute there.
It's okay.
So, I went to go see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It was great.
Okay.
Please, no spoilers.
No spoilies.
Oh, I wasn't
No
going
spoilies.
to. I was going into like a little monologue, like a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I went to go see the movie. It was good. Until I realized I was sitting by a guy that I asked out. And then it became
the joke?
There isn't a joke. It's
This
just
is a
saying
personal story.
horrible.
Oh, I thought the joke was that it was good.
Wait, are we saying personal stories?
Yeah,
No,
do you want to hear my personal story from today?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh wait,
Then I'll tell one from middle school.
Yeah, but it wasn't on the recording, so it doesn't count. I went to Black Eyed Pea for my mom's birthday, and I had 4 rolls. I had a dinner salad. I had a sandwich. I had like half a thing of ribs, like 12 of my sister's fry, and a quarter of a cobbler, and I feel so fulfilled spiritually.
Spiritually, mentally,
Sign
and
up for an eating competition.
It was so
Why
hungry.
were you that
I
hungry?
haven't got any stories.
I don't know.
I do. Alright, so there's this one time I was in math class, alright?
Cryptocurrency.
And
Wow, I come back and just glitches the fuck out, huh?
he was like,
Let him
pretty
finish.
sure.
Let him cook.
He was 15, he classes and skipped school. But one day, some kids were like, in the math class, some kids were like, talking to him. And he got annoyed, and he said that he was going to shoot up the school and then he was going to kill everyone in the class. And then, like, the next day, I'm pretty sure, he also came, and somebody reported him, and apparently he brought, like, some sort of BB gun in his squad locker.
Oh no, that guy went to jail.
That
No,
is
I'm
actually
pretty sure he got off scotch-free.
Because it was a BB
What?
gun instead of a real gun.
I don't know, that school was not right.
I mean,
Fair. Was it public?
Depending
Yeah.
on
it had to be a public school.
depending on how long ago it was, that shit's a federal offense now. Even like threatening it.
That was like 3 years?
Right.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years?
What? How old
Oh
are
my
you?
God.
Like 8?
I've already said this. What? No.
Finn is 14. Yeah, Crypt, I think we had this conversation. You were
We've had this conversation 2 times.
You're gonna
Oh
have
yeah,
to edit
Crypt
this
had
one out.
disappeared like sometime last week, and we had this conversation in the downtime.
Oh, did?
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
No.
Hey, Crypt, you might have to edit some stuff out today. I'm sorry.
Why?
Oh, yeah. Loki,
yeah.
like, read out a dark joke that I
Racism
typed out.
and school
No, I
shootings.
didn't. What?
Oh, was it?
Racism and school shootings. That's why.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was racist?
I mean, if we're
the
already
joke.
gonna edit out some stuff, then want to hear another one about a school shooting?
No.
No.
I've
It's
had a
annoying
lot
for you
of
from
school
here. I
shooting
do it for
incidents, threats,
That's
what's it
not
called,
comfortable.
at my
No,
school.
Borb, you're not even in the chat. We can't hear you.
Christy, we haven't heard you for the last 10 minutes.
Dog is
I
even
do have a
in.
joke for you, Crypto, if you would like to hear it.
Is it along the lines of anything that Finn was trying to say?
No.
Finn is-
Thank God. Sure.
Say,
How
yeah,
much
no,
does
you're
the
right.
roof cost?
What?
I said, how much does the roof cost?
I don't know. How much does it cost?
Nothing. It's on the house.
I'm going to stop talking now. My voice is starting to hurt. Throat.
The easily entertained.
The star said that too, and then
Yeah, we had another one
I
of those.
hit him with the
About
mozzarella.
how easily those two are entertained. It's hilarious to me.
I hit him with the mozzarella.
It's the childlike wonderment for me.
Hmm.
It's on the house.
We're allowed to have fun.
I guess.
So, D&D question mark. Oh,
Borb,
wait,
you've returned.
Orb,
Orb!
welcome back.
Oh, you missed the joke.
The kangaroo joke.
Well
Yeah,
then.
Yeah, Loki got kangarooed.
I got kangarooed.
That's so funny.
Borb, can you not hear
No,
us?
we cannot hear you. You might need to change your audio settings. make sure that the microphone and stuff is correct. Once more.
But this time with feeling.
Technical difficulties.
Dude,
The
the technical
movie.
difficulties has been how many episodes in a row now?
Like 10.
I don't
Pretty
think
much
we've
all
ever
of
had-
them.
Dude, that is what the series name is.
Hello?
It's technical difficulties.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Welcome
I-
back, Gordon.
sorry, technical difficulties.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had this much trouble with anything involving a D&D game like I have with this series.
There's
I don't
technical
think any of
difficulties
us
are
mean to do that to you.
I don't. It's none of your direct fault. It's just that late to session because the capture software won't start. Can't understand what Barb is saying.
Can't connect. Barb can't understand.
Yeah, like just everything is just happening all at once, and it's like the series doesn't want us to continue, but we're gonna do it anyway. Damn it!
It's like, nah.
To be fair, I'm like a time zone away from you guys. I'm
Well,
an hour ahead.
Stop being in the future and do it the
Yeah.
fucking normal way.
Or
Be
at
in the
least
past.
give
all
me
of
the lottery numbers.
I'm doing my best. What's a lottery?
You're fine, Kocho.
You get nuked in 5 minutes. It's the end of the world. Lottery doesn't exist anymore.
Oh no.
So, to get us back on
This
track,
is how I die.
Back to the
you know. Oh yeah, thanks, Avast. Now it's fucking exposed, you dick. You told the child what you like that you know about the boats, and that the guy told you that the people that you're going to be making a deal with are bloodthirsty conquerors who thrive on warfare, and if they are trustworthy enough to help in this regard.
I thought we were
So-
past that because I had a good response and everyone was saying it was good, and I gave you the cliff notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly did think
I'd like
that
to
was
add
funny.
on that not only do I think that I can trust them, but I think that they're necessary.
Part of our evolving strategy, I see.
Yes,
well,
indubitably.
We're just built different.
The speaker in the crowd and the little girl seem satisfied. One more person comes out. It's actually a non-bird person. I'm gonna roll a dice.
To see whose place it's from.
Uh-huh.
To see what person needs
Of
to
course, it
interact.
rolls an 8. No, we're gonna do it
What is
again.
8?
That's my
An
choice,
8 is-
and I can't make a choice. There it goes.
It's-
No, we already have that. We don't need another bird person. Give me anything from 7, skipping 6, down to 1. There we
You should have
go.
rolled a d6 at that point.
I should have.
I didn't you?
So it is a tabaxi.
Ooh.
Wearing the kind of summer clothes of a like a worker, but like a Zalashtaran one. So it's like a like a long kind of tunic with a rope around her waist. She's got like the big shaded hat. She's got like a basket on her hip that's full of little fruits and stuff. And there's just a gaggle of children just kind of like surrounding her. All of them with like their hair pulled back into either top knots for the boys or um, elegant like floral um, pins for the young girls. They're all very polite. They're all got their little hands clasped in front of them. They've all got kind of the same thing that their mother is wearing, and she points at the two behind you and says, "Well, if they're Arcadian, then who are they supposed to be?"
We're coming to an agreement as we speak. First we have to conquer a trial for them to earn our trust.
Well, she's not asking about like a
They're the
trial.
engineer.
She's asking who they are.
They're ambassadors.
The two behind you is like, "Oh, we're ambassadors now."
Are they not?
No,
Guys, am I wrong? Are they? What are they? I don't. I thought they
they're
were
the
supposed to be
ambassador's bodyguards that he sent along with you to, uh, like, keep tabs on you and to tell you whether a trial has started or finished.
They are people of another nation that we are showing around.
Assistance to the ambassador.
So, like, one of the kids is like, "Can I do any Twix?" And like the two just kind of look at each other, and one of them leans forward and is just like, "I don't know of anything like necessarily safe for a
Do
crowd."
you know thaumaturgy?
I will look down to the child and say, they might not, none of their tricks are safe, but I can do a trick for you.
Like, well, I want to see the big people do Twix.
Are you gonna do an Eldritch Blast on them?
No.
Here,
That's not
I got
happening.
this, guys. I got this.
I was just gonna gust of wind.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna hold my cloak up like in front of one of them, and I'm gonna toss it up, and as it comes down, I cast invisibility on the guy, so it looks like he's disappearing behind my cloak.
Thank you, because I had invisibility too, but I don't want to waste this spell slot.
The kids are like, "Ooh!" They're like
Ooh.
tiny hands that are clapping. The mom kind of just grins. And she accepts it. The kids are like, "Do it again!"
Oh my gosh! I
And-
thought you were going to obliterate the kid.
You see, like the other Arcadian, the one that's not invisible, is just like, "I could do a little bit better," and just kind of like you see a pale, four-fingered hand come out of their sleeve, and just kind of like snaps fingers, and the entire crowd turns invisible.
Oh no.
And everyone's just like, "Oh my god!" And the kids
Now
are
you
having.
see us, now you don't.
Well, he turned the crowd invisible.
Now
What?
we see you, now we don't.
Yeah, and then snapped his fingers again. Everyone's just like, kind of in a minor panic. And then they come back, and all of them have flower crowns on their head.
Oh, that's adorable.
But like
They're
they're
so cool.
flowers from
you couldn't do that?
Arcanum. And his friend is just
Oh.
like, "I'm the combat one."
Oh, okay, fair enough. Wait, all of the Arcanians aren't innately magic?
No, we have. What's
Restrictions.
what's a polite way of saying it? We've cultivated bloodlines. Only certain groups of people create magically gifted people.
Okay.
All others
That one.
are incapable, or it should be, but some appear anyway.
There have been instances.
Ta-da!
You should toss your cloak up and uninvisible the person.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Finn is doing Misty Step tricks.
Misty Step, but it's DDR.
The children are ecstatic. The lady who is collecting, fruits and stuff is leery of the foreign plant matter currently covering her head.
One of them is allergic to it.
Yes, there is sneezing. Everybody else just seems that they think they're cool. And the one last person steps out of the crowd. Everybody else is pretty much as satisfied as they think that they're going to get. And the last person that steps out of the crowd says, "What makes you all certain that you're the best for the job?"
Sorry, I don't understand the question. We passed the trials, but in all fairness, I don't think I'm the best for the job.
But no.
No one thinks they're the best for the job they do. They just do the best that they can. I guess is that what Kate was asking? The person was asking?
Well, so you're the Grand Knights.
Yes.
You passed your trials. You were voted by a council of your peers to be this generation's guardians.
Correct.
Does that
You said-
not make us qualified enough?
Well, you said that to the lady that asked you if you're going to win. You said yes because we have to. Then gave us a bunch of things about how you were going to win. A lot of them being by killing everyone, and points at Finn. And
You
then
can ignore him. He does not speak for us.
And then you were asked what you're doing about everything. You said everyone comes with a different skill set, you adapt and overcome, but not everyone needs to die. And then your friend
Correct.
says, kill everyone.
Jesus. Again, ignore him. He does not speak for us or the brand.
Or the
And
brand.
part of your plan is to utilize a foreign nation that has, for the last millennia, refused to help us, has been part of the groups that have kept everyone else away from us. A foreign power that has, for many, many lifetimes, refused to even look at us. And now, because things are getting fun, they step in and offer ephemeral assistance that you immediately accept.
I mean, there was debate on us accepting their help.
How long was this debate?
Several hours.
Do a deception check.
Oh.
Well, technically, in game, it was
good at
quite a
deception.
while.
Mhm.
I'm
That
glad
was
I
like you looked at each other and you said, "Do we take this guy? Like, do we accept his offer?" And then you just said yes. You didn't debate it.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't know that, or the person doesn't know that.
Yeah, but Loki
Oh,
does.
fuck. Oh, no.
Nah, he knows you're bullshitting.
Hey,
Dadgummit,
hey
Loki.
guys.
Oh.
My girlfriend called me.
I thought
I'm
it was
sorry,
several
I'm
hours. Just
Like, you
I
sat
thought
there.
in game we were there for hours talking with him.
Well,
'Cause
like, it
the
wasn't.
way I count it isn't like. You go ahead.
You asked him questions. You learned about his culture. He learned about your culture. And then you said, "Do we take his offer?" None of you said, "Well, what's the drawbacks? What's the benefits?" like, you didn't argue it. No one offered, like, counter to it. You just took it at face value.
Doing it.
We're all
Benefit-
very trusting.
We're
I thought
trusting.
I
the
trust
whole
them.
getting
and
to know them
benefit
was
for-
part of figuring out whether they were good enough.
Well, he came to
benefit
offer
far
you the
outweighs
assistance
anything.
on the grounds that you pass a trial. So he is testing you.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just in the midst of speaking.
Oh, my bad. I died. I was unhearable. My bad. I'm sorry.
And, like, you never asked him, like, what's your army like? What's your naval capacity? Like, what are you bringing to the table to help us? You talked about, like, small things. Asked each other if you wanted his help, and then you accepted it.
Again, we are way too trusting.
So this is the last question. What makes you so certain that everything that you're doing, that you and this nation that has up until this point refused even to acknowledge the presence of Elysia, what makes you so certain that you're the best for the job?
We are the Grand Knights.
Can I pull
We are the representative. We are the representative of these few countries. And I know for sure, well, not for sure, but without their help, I know that without their help,
Things will be much harder.
we're fighting a losing battle.
It's not a losing battle.
It's not necessarily a losing battle. It's just harder battle with more casualties.
It's more of a stalemate.
Oh, I'd say there's more casualties too if we don't accept their help.
Aclaria keeps sending soldiers in, and they keep turning into monsters.
These things, on one hand, cannot turn into, well, can they turn into monsters? Can these things
Not
be
chaos monsters.
But can they be chaos touched?
No. They're naturally resistant to chaos corruption.
Okay, so yeah.
That was something you learned from the diplomat guy.
Mm-hmm.
We send in one soldier, they kill 10, and they gain 1. Monster. I'm sorry,
but these new allies are incorruptible with chaos magic. They have an advantage that we just simply don't.
Not mentioning the fact that
we are definitely not mentioning that.
I thought I said that quiet enough, my bad.
No, I'm just agreeing with you that that is not something we are mentioning in character.
I'm sorry, yeah, no, definitely not mentioning that.
To answer Finn's monologue?
Is he monologuing?
It's a lot of things he's typing in there. Finn's speeches. Well, to answer the final question that you have there, Finn, we've technically been doing okay on our own. Why do we need outside help? And why are they only offering their assistance now?
I'd like to, in all honesty, I'd like to say we're a higher power.
That you're a higher power? Like your group?
I'm confused. I don't know how to approach that. I'm sorry.
Can I tell them that they've ran out of battles?
I lost it.
That they've what? Barb?
They've ran out of battles.
That's not a positive thing.
They like to battle.
Well, like, they already been accused of being bloodthirsty monsters.
We're trying to bridge the cultural difference.
I'm asking.
Our
I
brothers
want to
would
ask
do
one
the
of the
same.
Arcanian things a question.
Huh.
Why
brothers would
haven't
do
you
the same.
intruded, helped these people?
And they just kind of like look at each other, and you see like the eye holes in one of their masks has lit up with like bright white light, and the one standing next to the one with the glowing eyes actually kneels, and the entire crowd goes quiet. And instead of the soft voice that you'd been hearing originally, you hear a booming voice that is that speaks common like they were born in it. You
Not the
hear,
broken comment been hearing.
yeah, because like assume that their accent is not heavy Russian, but like vague, like Hollywood Russian, but like mixed in with
Yes,
like some
like this.
but then like mix in like Welsh.
What is Welsh sound like?
Oh yes, like this.
Is that not a Russian stereotype?
Oh man, that was an attempt. Um,
Let's try to do I instead of O.
yeah.
Listen, if they're Russian, we better be Finnish, because this needs to end now.
Yeah. The booming voice from the golden robed figure um, makes a pretty definitive statement, saying, "We have always wished to help, but we have always been given distraction. Not
Even distraction
everyone
how?
wants you to survive. There are those both on your shores and outside it that seek your immediate destruction. And as the only one standing up for you outside of your shores, I would hope that we be on friendlier terms." And then you all receive a vision of groups of advanced naval warships holding the line against fleets of other ships on like a burning horizon.
That's not ominous.
And it's like, this is what we face every day. As chaos and undeath grow, we fight on. So now we are here. We have had a chance to give you a chance. Prove that you are capable and that our help will not be squandered or used against us. You have passed the trial of patience.
Oh, thank God.
And the eyes dim, and he just kind of falls over.
Can I catch him? Since I'm right next to the guys?
Can you actually lift him?
What's your strength?
My strength is 11.
No.
Okay.
Can I do it? Can I give him a help action?
I mean, you could probably try to catch him.
My natural strength is a 15. Can I catch him?
What, Barb? What's your strength?
18.
Do an athletics check for me.
Athletics. Here we go.
No, you can't catch him, Finn.
But Finn is a ranger. His strength isn't that bad, is it?
He's also on a rooftop.
Why is he
No,
on
he said he climbed down.
Okay, sorry. I looked away from the chat for a minute. What?
Oh, okay. He climbed down. I didn't see that part. The last thing I knew
It would be rude to not.
is Misty stepped his way onto a building, yelled, "I'm good at combat," and then came down. Yes, I see the 21 in acrobatics.
Is the 12 in athletics good enough to catch our?
Yeah, you're able
Companion?
to prevent
Nice.
him from falling all 9 feet to the ground.
9 feet?
He's 9 feet tall,
Jesus.
and they slightly do the floaty.
Yeah, I can see why people would be kind of weary
Intimidated by
of
these things?
9-foot tall floating vector
Masked figures.
people.
You get like
Yeah,
when
that'd be
you when you go up, like when you go to like catch him, you discover that this guy isn't very heavy. And from how you can feel their body, they're very skinny.
I was gonna be skinny
I
legend.
thought he'd be like super heavy.
No? So it's
No,
like carrying
they're like
your sister.
lanky.
I thought he was like. I thought it was gonna be like timber.
No, like you caught him, and it was like, you're surprised that it didn't like he didn't like crush you to the ground. Based off of the size of the ambassador, this guy is like a twig. He's just tall.
Oh, so me for real.
I thought it was gonna be like getting hit by a train. Wait, why does the ambassador need a bodyguard?
That's a good question.
Diplomatic reasons.
I mean, I feel like every diplomat has a bodyguard of some sort.
You
Well,
did
except
see
for the Ioswin one that died.
he's probably like a lesser diplomat, but that's beside the point.
That's like. Did you ever see that picture in the garden? Is that pig mobus?
What
I feel
about
like it'd be
pig
like
and
that.
bobas?
What?
What?
I don't know. He
I
cut
said-
out so much that it sounded like he said pig and bobas.
I said,
I'm picking out on some boba.
Momoa? Have you ever seen Jason Momoa with his bodyguards?
Jason Momoa?
No.
There's a picture of him with his bodyguards, and someone asked, "Why does this guy need bodyguards?" I feel like it's the same sort of thing. Like, this guy can wreck us.
Listen, sometimes quantity over quality makes it.
And sometimes the reverse is true.
True.
As you're having this debate, the crowd has dissipated. And Yoko comes over and says, "I think you did a good job."
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It's not the greatest of crowd work, but they kind of came at you from all sides and, made life a bit difficult. And I think you handled it really well. And you feel this sense of calm just kind of radiate out of her. All your heart rates slow down, and all that stress from that situation just kind of goes down out of your feet and goes away. Like you've
Okay.
been given like a full body massage.
Orb is gonna go up to one of the stalls and ask for like a chocolate coffee and just start like holding it to himself, just like stress,
Well, you're
just cause
you're de-stressed
people.
now.
Or
Well,
de-stress.
no, this is like just cause he doesn't do well with crowds.
Well, the aura around Yoko has calmed him down.
Oh, okay.
How do you cut yourself by holding a knife?
The wrong way.
Be
Or-
better at knife holding. You're gonna have to retrain Finn to know how to knife.
Hold
Don't
the
worry,
handle, not the
I'll
blade.
let Ev teach him.
Orb, are you feeling any better? I know that you get nervous around crowds.
Turning into a Cylon.
Crowds better.
Ooh.
What just happened? Who left and who joined?
Me,
Hello?
I am back.
You
My
thou
thing
art
was
The first
returned.
time, But we're feeling
Can you
better.
guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I think I was having trouble a second ago, so I left and I came back.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. So a wave of calm rushes over us. Everyone's calm with the exception of for some reason.
Well, everyone. No exceptions.
Hey, Borb, now that the crowd's gone, do you feel any better?
She helps. And I just point at Yoko and just kind of like raise my cup to her, like as a mild salute, and go back to drinking my chocolate coffee.
She bows slightly to all of you and says, "It's my gift for such a stressful moment. Peace brings you peace."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Doctor.
Thank you. It's a word.
So yeah, Star and Moon are just gonna go, just find like a corner of the bar where we are, and we're just gonna start performing tricks for the children, I guess.
You mean in the
Children and
market
adults.
square?
Hmm?
Do a performance with advantage because strange crocodile Hydra is helping you.
18
Did you
and
just
then
say we're in a bar?
No, you're in the market square.
Market Square is what I meant to say. Sorry.
You have drawn a crowd of a mismatch of bird people and the Tabaxi kids, all of which have their little flower crowns a bit askew. At least a couple of them look like they've been chewed on. They find you incredibly entertaining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Too bad Izumi's not here.
Oh, speaking of Azumi, I want Loki to do a perception check.
Oh fuck. No.
That's, oh God.
You think you see what could only be described as a child wearing a cat costume.
What?
A child wearing a cat costume.
Yes.
Look, that
That's
Like-
not Sarah from Crossroads, is it?
You're not sure. You see like a little human girl hair. You got like the what could be her mom that you met before, but the cat costume looks eerily familiar. On closer inspection, she is wearing a costume of Azumi.
Nice.
Nice.
It's like feedy jabbies.
I'm just gonna admire the costume. I'm happy with the fact that my friend is popular.
Is there anybody wearing a costume of Star?
Do a perception check.
Can I perception check?
I want to see how popular
Sure.
Star is.
You
I
can
feel like
each do
Star
one.
is 15.
You do see little kids running around with like togas that are in like they have like the same kind of blue color that your armor has.
I'm going to find those kids.
They're part of the crowd that you're entertaining.
Ah, yes.
Borb, you do see that there are primarily Kanku and Aarakocra children wearing white feathers in their like as part of like
Outfits?
their outfits. And on closer
I-
inspection, those are feathers that you've like molted over the course of your lifetime.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I just like
Is that
take
not-
out some of my other feathers that are just kind of like that just fall off and give them each one?
Sure.
Is that not creepy that they have
You can
your
take them
feathers
back.
in their hair?
No, it doesn't. I don't feel like that would be weird
No.
for.
You're a religious icon
Borg,
and a celebrity. So like and plus like the notion of it's not connected to you anymore, so who the fuck cares is like a major part of their culture.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like there are feathers covering the ground.
it would kind of be this like weird now if like Frackstone had like his shed on someone,
Yeah.
but like
but that's his skin.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a little bit different. It's kind of just like someone wearing a wig.
So like in
Bless you.
as Ioswinian children mature, they wear the feathers of their clutch, their mothers. So like each mother they have is a feather in their outfit, and it's like either if it's a female, then they wear it in their like on their head or as part of like their dresses or like jewelry kind of thing. Um, if it's a male, then it's like belt or bracelets or as like a necklace. And then when they mature, they put it on like some kind of decorative place inside of their huts that allow them to be like, yeah, these belong to my mother's, my siblings, that kind of thing. It's a remembrance thing. But as Borb is a chosen of a god, they're one of their two primary gods because it's Umbrus and Gaia or Mother Nature as their primary deities that they worship. Um, Borb is special, so having the only albino Kenku, like having feathers on your necklace or as like part of your like religious kind of things is something everybody's okay with.
It's kind of like a good luck charm.
Yeah.
Can I ask what Aswanian people would wear? Like, do you wear shoes?
No. Mostly because I
It's just
have
like-
bird feet.
Does that include the pants or the shoes?
Well, I wear like a robe over everything that kind of comes down to my knees. So I don't really have a need for pants. And plus, I am bird. So I have like my natural feathers and stuff incorporated into like my armor and stuff. So
Right. I was wondering because I can't imagine wearing a bird wearing pants.
No,
well, you don't have to imagine it still. So
Say they never wore pants. He
they
never wore
have
pants.
cloacas.
this is not a conversation we need to have for YouTube.
No, I'm just saying. Finn asked in roll
This is,
20, so I figured I would just say that.
We're not gonna discuss bird
Why are we
biology
talking about cloacas?
because
Sorry.
Finn doesn't understand that asking dumb questions will give you dumb answers.
Fair.
Um,
Okay, back to the point. Well, where were we?
Everyone was trying to find if somebody was cosplaying as them. We got to.
That was a good question I asked last session.
Which question?
I asked if like I because there was a big metal man. I was like I asked like a DM question. I asked if sex was all the same between all the different races.
Ah, yes, and the answer broke several people.
Now I remember what y'all were giggling at last session.
So I have been requested to leave it here for boyfriend's sake. He is tired and wants me to go to bed.
Okay, it is a quarter after 11. So we will call it here. Next week we will be doing the Halloween special.
Did you decide what we were doing? Or we're doing the
we're doing Freaky Friday.
Well, that's what I thought.
Sorry if I made it awkward.
You're fine.
Okay.
It's gonna be happening like outside of like continuity. But when the session ends, any fancy things that you come away with, you get to keep.
Cool.
Nice.
Just remember that they are not going to be like things that are tailored to you. These are just going to be items that revolve around the special. And it's going to be content enough for 4 hours for all of us to enjoy. And I'm hoping that everybody will be there.
I'm excited.
It'll be fun.
I'm done with band season for my job, so I'm free on my Saturdays now.
Word. So have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, YouTube.
Good night.
Good night.
And YouTube.
Bye, Haley.
Good night, Haley.
Bye, Haley.
Disappeared again.